Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Super Fun Time Gaming, and today I'm going to be doing something different. Today I'm going to explain to you why Wolfenstein the Old Blood is a good game. If you haven't played this game before, this does have spoilers, so watch at your own risk. Wolfenstein the Old Blood is a prequel to the hit game Wolfenstein the New Order. While this prequel does not change much of the core gameplay, and despite the less criticism for the story, I honestly believe that this game is great, and it captures the emotions of the players for those who already played Wolfenstein the New Order. While these statements are solely based on my own opinion, feel free to comment on the comment section below and state whether you agree or disagree with the statements that I'm about to present on this video, and please keep it respectful and civilized. The first reason why I think this game is a great game in the first-person shooter genre is because of the setting. Many first-person shooters out there such as Call of Duty have been known to make games revolving around the World War II period or any fixed timeline event, even the Cold War such as in Black Ops 1. Even the most recent release has a subtitle World War II on it, due to many of the fans wanting the franchise to return to the time period where the franchise made its glory. However, there is a problem when it comes to doing video games based on history, and that is its predictability and lack of suspense. If you know your history well, you know the Allies beat the Axis powers in World War II, and that is great and all, but that takes away the suspense. You don't have that sense of suspense because you know that regardless of how you play the game, or how many people die around you playing first-person shooters that are following historical events to the letter, you know in the end you will be victorious, and that takes away any sense of suspense. Although I do like Call of Duty World War II and continue to play from time to time, there is never any sense of suspense when I play this game. Every time a character dies or when things seem to look their darkest, I do not have a strong sense of suspense because I know that the Allies will be victorious because that is how it happened. Even Call of Duty World War II is set in the years where the Allies start turning the tables on the Nazis, and that is why the suspense isn't there. You are not the underdog in these types of games that follow the timeline to the letter. You're the American hero who will kill every Nazi in your path because that is a history that the game is following. The Wolfenstein reboot made by Machine Games isn't any different. Yes, this game is set in World War II, but it has a twist that hardly any other first-person shooters put into making games set in World War II or any historical event, and this makes it stand out. That twist is that the Nazis are winning. Yeah, that is right. In this game, the Nazis are winning World War II and the Allies are being pushed back. If you know your history, you know that the World War II ended in 1945, shortly after the dropping of the atomic bombs. But in Wolfenstein the Old Blood, the Nazis have managed to keep fighting and turn the tide of the war to the point where it is 1946 and the war is still taking place. While this alternate timeline, this takes away the predictability because the history that you know does not apply here. While you do know that certain events in World War II did happen, you cannot be predicting what's going on because this timeline, the timeline that you know, isn't applicable here. While the protagonist is an American soldier, he is fighting a losing war against an enemy who is conquering the world. And this is where we move into the second reason why this game is great, and that is the circumstances of the hero. In Wolfenstein the Old Blood, the hero is in a desperate situation. He is not fighting on the winning side, he is fighting on the losing side, and that makes him the underdog. When someone is the underdog, they are seen as a person that has the least chance of winning, but when they do, that victory has a stronger impact to the player because despite the hero enduring the hardships, he is still coming out on top. In this game, BJ Blazkowicz has to infiltrate Castle Wolfenstein, which is a massive castle, and get a document that has the location of the head general who is responsible for Germany's ability to turn the tide against the Allies. The only person that comes with him on this mission is Richard Wesley, a British agent. This establishes the odds the hero has of succeeding because BJ doesn't have an army, he only has one man to back him up, and they are going inside a castle filled with a lot of Nazi soldiers. From the start of the story, BJ is the underdog, and you want to see him succeed despite the odds stacked up against him. The third reason why this game is great is that it adds personality to its heroes and its villains alike. One of the things that made the Modern Warfare series a good game series for Call of Duty was the villain. Modern Warfare 2 and 3 had the villain that the hero had to kill, and that is Vladimir Makarov. Why does World War 2 suffer this? Because throughout the game, there is no true antagonist. Yes, there is the SS officer by the name of Metz who tries to kill Zussman in the concentration camps, but other than that, he isn't the strong antagonist because he wasn't the antagonist for the whole game, just for a small portion. Off the record though, who the hell is Metz? Now, Wolfenstein the Old Blood adds personality to its heroes and villains, and this stands out for the villains because most games involving the Nazis just has the Nazis be in the game just to shoot at. The two antagonists in this game are Rudy Jaeger and Helga von Schaps. However, I'm going to solely focus on Rudy Jaeger because I personally believe that he was a more interesting and a stronger antagonist than Helga. Rudy Jaeger is a lieutenant of Helga von Schaps and the main antagonist of the first part of the game. Jaeger is known by the Nazis to feed his prisoners to his dogs and is very cold and calculating. I will now show you two clips. The first is when you first meet Jaeger entering the castle, and the second is when Jaeger is torturing BJ for information.
Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
So ein komischer Kauz. Die spinnen, die Amis. Hotdog. Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind. Weiter. Greta, bei Fuß. You're all right there? Huh? I was a bit worried we had lost you. Greta, bleib! Greta was hungry. I didn't want the flesh to go to waste. I'm sure you understand.
You sick little Nazi fuck.
Aha! Little Nazi fuck. You are a funny man, clown of the class when you were a boy, I would guess. Well, the funny ends here. My father died of electrocution. Such accidents were not unusual at the coalfields of Ruhr Valley. I remember my uncle telling me that he was standing in water when it happened. Water is a conduit for electricity. And what is in our bodies? That is right, water. When I press this button, electricity will flow through your body, carried by this water, and it will cramp up and you will feel the most intense pain you've ever felt in your life. If you do not want to feel this pain, which is completely understandable, you need to answer my question without hesitation. So, who is your contact in the village?
Claus.
Who is this Claus?
Santa Claus.
Your comedy act won't save you. Talking will. Why do you insist? Your boys are dying out there on the beaches and the fields. It's pathetic, like pulling the wings off an insect. Your war is lost.
When I break free, I will fry you in this chair till you die. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
One last time, then I will kill you. Who is your contact? Yes?
And when I'm done with you, I will kill your dog.
Let me.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Achtung an alle Wachen! Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte
Sorry, I couldn't save you, pal.
Theater angreift! Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht! Ich will das Schwein tot sehen!
In the first clip, you were intimidated by Jaeger because you haven't even entered the castle yet and he's already being suspicious. It is BJ's horrible German speaking skills that makes Jaeger laugh, and this lowers his suspicions after BJ says hot dog. The second clip is the peak of Jaeger's character. Jaeger is not screaming or yelling, he is calm and relaxed, and that's what makes him stand out. He acts like feeding a dead body to a dog and torturing people is a normal thing. Not only that, but his personality makes us hate him. He isn't just a Nazi that you shoot at and move on. You want to see BJ kill him, and when he does, it feels satisfying to the player because of what he did to make BJ suffer. This game has very few protagonists, and even though my main criticism is that we hardly get to be around these protagonists, it is the last time when we see them is when the moment when they get to shine. It inspires the player to keep fighting, even when there's pure chaos around the player. Ludwig Kessler is one of the characters that the player meets in this game, and he is a resistance fighter. His wife was killed by the Nazis after she was detained for passing out flyers and protesting against the Nazi regime. Annette is a Jewish young adult, or girl, they don't really specify the age, and she met Kessler when she rescued her from her imprisonment on a train that was going out of Wolfsburg. When you're given the option to save Kessler and Annette, each character is given a monologue, or even then gives the player a monologue, and it inspires the player to keep fighting. And these are the respective speeches.
You okay, Kessler?
Annette is gone. She wanted to find her friend. Stur wie ein maultiertes Kind. I will take these flyers and cast them out over Berlin, just like my wife did. Maybe it's like pissing in the ocean, but every drop spreads ripples across the water, no? If you choose to do nothing because you feel insignificant in the grand scheme of things, you might as well be an ant. And if I die, I know I will have deserved to meet her again.
I'll come with you.
No. Best if I go alone. You stop Helga. First, help me open a way through the blocked doorway.
Found this in the boathouse.
You take it, my friend. I will be fine.
Why do they hate us so much?
'Cause their brains got broke, I reckon.
I killed one of them. Did you see that, Mr. BJ?
Good on you, kid.
I have been here before. The week after Weihnachten. My friend, she made me sneak in here so we could look for the bathhouse ghosts. The heating was off because of the bombs. And there was ice in the pool. We danced to gramophone records in her Obermann's office. And I remember laughing and breathing and being afraid someone would catch us and take me away from her. I made a promise. Whatever would happen to me, I would find a way back to her.
You can't go by yourself. Not with them monsters out there.
If I do not go, I might as well let the monsters rip my insides out. I will go up through that hole, and you will help me. I know you will, Mr. BJ.
Here. Listen, I can come with you.
No, silly soldier man. You will stop Helga. I will be careful.
Kessler's speech motivates the player with the message that any form of resistance can be effective. Whether it is protesting or fighting, there's always a way to fight back. When I save Kessler, he reminds me of a quote from Captain America when he stood face to face with Thanos, and I quote, "As long as one man stands against you, Thanos, you will never be able to claim victory." The reason why I believe this quote applies here is because anyone who disagrees with Nazis' ideology is a threat. Even if there is one person left in the world ruled by the Nazis who believes that the Nazis are evil, they can be a threat by convincing others to stand up against them. This could result from one person becoming into two people who disagree, and this number can grow exponentially, and this will be a threat to the Nazis to the point where these people have enough people, enough manpower to fight back with violence. And this is what BJ embodies, the man who will continue to fight the Nazis even if the Nazis end up winning World War II because he's a strong believer in freedom. In Annette's speech, her message is that in times of hardships, people must continue to care for one another and help each other. In this timeline, the Nazis are winning World War II, and there are times where I play this game and I think, what happened to the Jews that the Nazis captured? Are they all dead? Are there any alive? Annette is Jewish, and this makes her a target for the Nazis, and she clearly knows this. But despite this hardship, she is willing to put her life on the line to find her friend, or at least find out what happened to her. The sad thing about this is that it is the last time you see these two characters, and it sucks because that is the moment where they start becoming strong characters and not just background characters. Kessler and Annette, again, great characters, but I feel like that's the main criticism for this game that I have, is that they become really good characters, and even then very likable characters, but that's the last time you see them. Yes, granted, in the final chapter, actually no, in the chapter after, which is chapter 7, you do hear Kessler or Annette, depending on which one you save, but you don't get to see them. Like, you just listen to them, and it doesn't have that strong of an impact. But that's the main reason criticism that I have for this game. Now, to recap, this game is great for 3 main reasons. The first one is the alternate timeline, and this allows for suspenseful gameplay, and this draws the player in. You're not following a specific timeline anymore. Yes, you are using reference, you are using certain information to see how to make it as historically accurate as you can, despite it being an alternate timeline, but this draws the player in. The history that you know, it doesn't apply here. D-Day did not happen with the Allies winning, it happened with the Axis powers actually defeating every single soldier and destroying every single ship on that day. Think about that for a second. Can you imagine how scary that would be? 156,000 soldiers dying, and that's just scary. Same thing with the other timelines. Japan did not surrender. In fact, America didn't even develop the atomic bomb in this timeline. It was the Nazis. And then again, that's what makes it interesting, is that the history that you know, it doesn't apply here. It keeps you interested, and yes, even though the hero does have the whole mythical, unstoppable plot armor, again, it keeps the player intrigued because you want to see how the character is gonna succeed. That's what you want to see. You want to see how this character, how BJ is gonna be victorious in this game. How is he gonna do it? Is he gonna be stealthy? Is he gonna be the gung-ho American hero, or is he just gonna be subtle about it, or is he just gonna see how things happen? The second reason why this game is great is because the player is the underdog in this game. Again, other games, Call of Duty, Battlefield, you're not the underdog. You're usually playing either on the Allied side, or you're playing an American hero, or the American, however you guys want to put it. And that's the thing, is that this game has you play as the underdog. Yes, you are an American. Yeah, even though, for some of you guys it might be offensive, but again, you are an American. But in this case, though, you are losing. You're losing World War II, and that's what makes it great. Because every triumph that you get, every Wayland that you kill, every Nazi that you kill, is an accomplishment. You feel like, yes, this can be possible. You can fight back against the Nazis. Even if you're losing, every victory that you get, you'll take it. Even if it's a small one, even if it's something as retrieving a little folder, it's still a victory, and that's what makes the victory great. Is that you're the underdog in this game, and then every time you get a victory, it feels gratifying. It feels great because because you struggle so hard. Like, the struggle is so real. You work so hard to get this goal, and you do it. And that's what makes this game great. It rewards the player emotionally every time BJ claims a victory in this game. The final reason why is because the characters in this game, including the villains, they all have personalities, and they all stand out. Even despite the little interaction time that you have with the villains and the heroes, every single character has a personality. It makes you stand out. It makes you like the characters, and the villains, it makes you hate the villains. I'm not going to tell you guys, the first time that I played this game, I was scared of Rudy Yeager. That guy scared the crap out of me. Not only is he freaking, bulky with muscle, but he's actually taller than BJ, and that actually scared the crap out of me. Not to mention he has a dog right next to him who's a German Shepherd, and these guys are like, these German Shepherds are modified to be killing machines, and that even scared me the most, because the armor scared the crap out of me when I first played this game. So that's it. Basically, this is the review that I have. Let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree, and hope you guys do enjoy. And I do pardon the little mistakes or the speech impediments that I actually had during this review. This is the first time that I'm doing it. Anyways, I hope you guys do like this game, and if you haven't played this game, I strongly recommend it. However, I do not recommend it buying it by itself. I know some stores do have the Wolfenstein, the Old Blood, and the New Order combined deal when it comes to the 2 games. I recommend getting that one because I think it's $30 right now, and it's a really good game. 2 games for the price of $30, I think it's pretty good. But overall, I hope you do like this video. I decided to pick the song by the Partisan by Mick Gordon because I like the song. Listen to it from time to time. Mick Gordon is a great composer for this game. He basically made his music that he has in this game, and the Wolfenstein, the New Order, and the New Colossus are great. So go ahead and support him as well. I do like this composer. And again, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. I will try to do more reviews when I can. These things are time consuming, So again, I hope you enjoy, subscribe, hit the like channel. If you do know any friends that like these types of games such as Wolfenstein, go ahead and share these videos with me. I also have other videos from GTA 5, Halo, Halo Reach. So again, have a nice day, you guys. Until next time.